Hey, this is a Halls of Lightning Heroic Instance Guide, brought to you by Paradise City. The first boss is General Beagrim. In this boss, we are not using the most effective tactics, as we had a ninja pull here. You will notice his electrical charge through this fight. This can be avoided if pulled when his buff is down, and this is how it should be done, as electrical charge gives him 30% damage buff. It will be accompanied by two dwarfs, which you may want to nuke down first, as they can heal him. The boss himself is set up like a warrior, in that he has 3 stances. Defensive stance will decrease all damage taken by 25%, and allow him basic defense warrior abilities such as intercept and spell reflect. A battle stance increases attack speed by 25%, and it will also use cleave. Berserker stance is the one to watch out for, with 25% damage increase, and his mortal strikes will hit around 7k, and he has a nice whirlwind ability, so DPS be aware of this. You may want to move out when he's going through whirlwind. I'm just going to demonstrate how to do the so-called slag pit, as a few groups struggle with this. The tank needs to run through the pit collecting all the slags as he goes. Do not do any damage at this point, no heals over time or anything like that. When the tank gets to the other end, he needs to stand just before the stairs and keep all slags in front of him. These can be AoE'd down from here. No one needs to be standing close to the tank or the slags, as when they die they will give off a massive damage attack called Blast Wave. This will kill your DPS, and only the tank should be taking this damage. The second boss is Vulcan. He is a simple tank and spank. The only thing you need to watch out for is he will summon little stone boulder men type things that will walk around and do minimal damage. However, instead of dying, they will freeze. The boss can then do an ability called Shattering Stomp that will shatter the frozen adds. Anyone stood near these adds will receive damage. This can create deaths, especially if there is more than one add near to you, so stay out of the way of the frozen ones. The next boss is Ionar. Another simple fight. He has an ability to cast ball lightning. This will target the ground beneath a player, but moves slowly, so can be avoided. Static Overcharge will charge player, dealing them around 1300 DPS, and will also damage nearby players for the same. So make sure if you have this on you, don't move near anyone else in the group. At 20% intervals of the fight, Ionar will disperse into little electric spiders. Run away from these as shown here. The tank can run down the stairs and back up the side platform, ready for Ionar to rebuild itself. It's much easier to maintain aggro at all time doing it this way. The final boss in this instance is Loken. The most important part of this fight is everyone needs to stack on Loken, or ranged DPS, as close as you can. There is an aura of constant damage through this fight, and the further away from the boss you are, the more damage you will take. This is made more difficult by an ability called Arc Lightning. This is a debuff that will cause high damage to the target and will also jump to any other target within 10 yards of the player. For this, try spread out as evenly as possible without going too far away from the boss. It may take a few tries to get this right. Loken can also do a Lightning Nova. This is going to damage anyone within 20 yards for around 14,000. In theory you should be running away from this, but people being late to react joint with the distance aura on Loken makes this tactic fail a lot. So if you have a confident healer who can do around 3,500 heals per second, then just all stay stacked on Loken throughout the fight and heal straight through Lightning Nova. The success of this fight will be determined by how good your healer is. It is in your healer's hands whether you win or lose this fight. That's all for the Halls of Lightning instance guide. See my other videos if you have any concerns on any other heroic instance or raid.